Do you believe in setting affirmations and achieving goals? Absolutely, absolutely. And what you can do if you want to, and we've talked about goal setting a lot on this call, over the past 52 weeks of this call. What you can do is you can take my course on Udemy called 30-Day Challenge to a More Productive and Much Happier You. And you get the book version in the course as well. And we do a goal setting workshop on steroids. And what I do is I make all of you also write down deadline dates, because if you don't set a deadline date for a goal, it's just a dream that never comes real. And the problem with New Year's resolutions is that people, like 90% of people, give up on their New Year's resolutions by the third week of January. And they give up on them because they didn't write a deadline date. So write a deadline date for all of your goals. Always, always, always. And vocalize your goals too. Tell people, like tell your friends, I'm going to write a book. Then every time you see them, they're going to be like, how's that book going? That's what happened to me. I told everybody I was going to write a book. It's something I always wanted to do, but I was procrastinating. And so I told everybody I'm writing this book called 101 Crucial Lessons They Don't Teach You in Business School. And I was writing it, whatever. It took me a couple of years. And then I went to this Tony Robbins event in Los Angeles. One of my buddies, Michael Bressler, who's top dog now at JP Morgan, great guy. He had an extra ticket. And what Tony Robbins made us do, and it was called, the name of the conference was UPW, or Unleash the Power Within. And I recommend everybody take it, please. Don't spend money on my courses. Take that one first, please. It'll change your life. But what Unleash the Power Within is, it's a 4-day conference that Tony Robbins hosts. And when I did it in October, November of 2015, there was 10,000 people in the audience. It was crazy. And he had us walk across fire coals, which I didn't feel at all. And he conditioned us to not feel it. I didn't feel it at all, but I was up all night with blisters in my feet. I took a lot of Tylenol or Advil at the time. But the most important thing about that whole weekend was Tony had us all write down our goals right before we left on the airplane. So it was a Sunday evening. I wrote down all my goals, and he had us write down deadline dates and commit to goals. And so for me, one of the things I committed to was, finishing my book within 2 or 3 weeks. And I got home and I finished it within like 2 or 3 days. It was Wednesday of that week, and published it. And I'm humbled to say that Forbes called this book one of 6 books all entrepreneurs need to read right now. So I humbly say that. So, but yeah, you got to write down a deadline date. Always, always, always. And always put your goals in your calendar as well, on iOS or on your Android device, and have them repeat daily. And if you share calendars with others, make it a private entry. And I want the first thing you see in your calendar every day to be your goals.